the annals of ancient wisdom, few accounts are as mystifying and profound as the story of Enoch, the man who walked with God. Our tale begins in a time long past, when the veil between the earthly and the divine was thinner, and celestial beings still roamed the mortal realm. Enoch, a man of 365 years, found himself alone in his house on a solemn day of the first month. His heart was heavy with grief, and his eyes were wet with tears as he rested upon his bed. Little did he know that this moment of solitude would mark the beginning of an extraordinary journey that would transcend the boundaries of human experience. As sleep began to claim him, a vision unlike any other unfolded before his eyes. Two men, their magnificence surpassing any mortal form, appeared at his bedside. These were no ordinary visitors, but celestial beings of unparalleled splendor. Their faces shone with the brilliance of the sun, and their eyes burned like lamps of divine fire. From their mouths came forth flames, and their garments were adorned with a plumage of feathers that seemed to shimmer with otherworldly light. Their arms, resembling golden wings, gleamed with celestial radiance. With voices that echoed through the chambers of reality itself, they called out to him, "Enoch, Enoch." The sound of his name on their lips stirred him from his slumber, and he arose, his mortal frame trembling in the presence of such divine glory. The celestial messengers spoke again, their words carrying the weight of eternity. "Be of good cheer, Enoch. Cast aside your fear, for the everlasting God has sent us to you. On this day you shall ascend with us into the heavens." Enoch, his mind reeling from the enormity of this proclamation, found himself overcome with a mixture of awe and trepidation. He had lived a life of righteousness, walking in the ways of the Lord, but never had he imagined that he would be called to journey beyond the confines of the mortal world. As if sensing his inner turmoil, the divine beings allowed Enoch a moment to gather his thoughts and bid farewell to his earthly existence. He spoke to his sons, imparting final words of wisdom and love, knowing that his destiny now lay beyond the realm of mortals. With a gesture of infinite grace, the celestial emissaries summoned Enoch. Their ethereal forms shimmered, and great wings unfurled from their backs. With gentle yet irresistible force, they lifted Enoch from the ground, bearing him aloft on currents of divine energy. As they ascended, Enoch felt the limitations of his mortal form fall away. The air grew thin, and the earth below shrank to a tapestry of greens and browns. Higher and higher they soared, until they pierced the veil of clouds and entered a realm of pure ether. In this liminal space between earth and heaven, Enoch beheld wonders that no mortal eye had ever witnessed. The cosmos unfolded before him in all its majesty, a symphony of light and motion that spoke of the Creator's infinite wisdom and power. At last, they arrived at the threshold of the first heaven, a realm of such beauty and radiance that Enoch's mortal mind could scarcely comprehend it. As he stepped into this celestial domain, Enoch knew that his journey had only just begun, and that the mysteries of creation and the secrets of the divine were about to be unveiled before him. Thus began the extraordinary odyssey of Enoch, the man chosen to walk between worlds and bear witness to the hidden truths of existence. His tale would become a testament to the boundless wonder of the cosmos and the ineffable nature of the divine, a story that would echo through the ages and inspire generations to come. As the children of men multiplied upon the earth, their daughters grew in beauty and grace, catching the eye of those who dwelt in the celestial realms. Among the hosts of heaven were beings known as the Watchers, angels tasked with observing the affairs of mortals. These celestial guardians, witnesses to the unfolding drama of human existence, found themselves drawn to the allure of earthly beauty. In the days of Jared, a momentous gathering took place among the Watchers. 200 of these celestial beings, their hearts stirred by desires hitherto unknown to their kind, convened upon the summit of Mount Hermon. The air crackled with tension as they debated a course of action that would forever alter the fabric of creation. Semjaza, their leader, spoke with a voice that carried both authority and trepidation. "My brothers," he began, "we have witnessed the daughters of men, and our hearts are filled with longing. But consider well the consequences of what we contemplate. To descend from our lofty station and take wives from among mortals. This is no small transgression. A murmur rippled through the assembly as the watchers grappled with the weight of Semyaza's words. Yet, despite his warning, the flame of desire burned too strongly to be extinguished by caution alone. One by one, the watchers stepped forward, their voices rising in a chorus of determination. "Let us swear an oath," they declared, "and bind ourselves by mutual imprecations. We shall descend together, and together we shall bear the consequences of our actions." And so, upon the heights of Mount Hermon, 200 watchers swore a solemn oath, sealing their fate and forever changing the course of human history. They called the mountain Hermon, for it was there that they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations. Among these fallen angels were leaders of great renown: Samlazaz, Arakelba, Ramiel, Kokoblel, Tamlel, Ramlel, Danel, Ezekiel, Barakijal, Asel, Armaros, Badarel, Ananel, Zaklel, Samsapil, Sadarel, Terel, Jomjael, and Sariel. Each commanded a division of 10, and together they descended upon the earth, their celestial radiance dimmed by the weight of their transgression. The watchers took wives from among the daughters of men, each choosing according to his desire. In doing so, they crossed a boundary never meant to be breached, mingling the divine with the mortal in ways that would have far-reaching consequences. As the watchers lay with their mortal wives, they began to reveal knowledge that had been hidden from humanity since the dawn of creation. They taught their wives charms and enchantments, the secrets of roots and plants, the art of cosmetics and the use of precious stones. The veil of mystery that had shrouded the natural world began to lift, and humanity tasted of knowledge both wondrous and perilous. Azazel, one of the fallen, taught men the crafts of metalworking. Under his tutelage, humans learned to forge swords, knives, shields, and breastplates. He revealed the secrets of working with precious metals and stones, teaching the art of making bracelets and ornaments. The use of antimony for beautifying the eyes became known, and the earth's hidden treasures were brought to light. Other watchers imparted their own spheres of celestial knowledge. Semjaza instructed in enchantments and root cuttings. Armaros taught the resolving of enchantments, while Barakijal shared the secrets of astrology. Kokobel explained the mysteries of the constellations. Ezekiel the knowledge of the clouds. Arakiel revealed the signs of the earth, Shamziel the signs of the sun, and Sariel the course of the moon. As this forbidden knowledge spread among humanity, a great change came over the earth. The simple ways of old gave way to new arts and sciences, and with them came both progress and peril. Mankind, armed with celestial secrets, began to reshape their world in ways both marvelous and terrible. But the consequences of the Watchers' actions were not limited to the realm of knowledge. Their unions with mortal women bore fruit, and a new race came into being. The wives of the Watchers conceived and gave birth to giants, beings of extraordinary size and strength. These offspring, neither fully celestial nor fully human, stood 3,000 ells tall, towering over the landscape like living mountains. These giants, born of the unholy union between Watchers and mortals, possessed appetites as great as their stature. They consumed the resources of men with insatiable hunger, and when the labors of humans could no longer sustain them, they turned their voracious appetites upon humanity itself. The earth groaned under the weight of their presence, and the cries of the oppressed rose to the heavens. The giants and fallen angels, overcome by their base desires, began to sin against all flesh. They turned their might against the birds of the air, the beasts of the field, the reptiles that crawl upon the ground, and the fish that swim in the waters. No creature was safe from their depredations, and the natural order established by the Creator began to unravel. In their madness, they even turned upon each other, devouring the flesh of their own kind and drinking blood in terrible feasts that mocked the sanctity of life. The earth, once a garden of divine creation, became a battleground of unchecked appetites and cosmic transgression. As lawlessness spread across the face of the earth, a great cry arose from the very soil itself. The earth, personified in its suffering, laid accusation against the transgressors who had so violently disrupted the harmony of creation. This cry, born of the collective anguish of all living things, ascended to the heavens, a plea for divine intervention in a world spiraling into chaos. And so the stage was set for a reckoning of cosmic proportions. The actions of the Watchers and their offspring had set in motion events that would shake the very foundations of heaven and earth. As the cries of the oppressed and the accusation of the earth itself reached the ears of the Most High, the time for judgment drew near, and the fate of both celestial transgressors and their mortal kin hung in the balance. As the consequences of the Watchers' transgressions unfolded upon the earth, a great cry arose from the souls of those who had suffered at the hands of the giants. This lament, born of unimaginable pain and injustice, ascended to the very gates of heaven, pleading for divine intervention. The archangels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel, looked down from their celestial abode, their hearts heavy with sorrow and righteous anger. They witnessed the bloodshed and lawlessness that now ravaged the once peaceful earth. The paradise that had been entrusted to humanity's care had become a realm of chaos and suffering. United in their concern, the archangels spoke to one another, their voices resonating with the gravity of the situation. The earth, once a place of harmony and beauty, now cries out with the voices of the afflicted. Their pleas have reached the very gates of heaven, and we can no longer stand idle. Moved by the suffering of humanity and the corruption of creation, the holy ones of heaven took counsel together. They listened intently to the souls of men, whose impassioned cries implored, "Bring our cause before the Most High. Let justice be done, and let the wickedness that plagues the earth be brought to an end." With heavy hearts and resolute spirits, the archangels approached the throne of the Eternal One. They addressed the Lord of Ages, their words carrying the weight of cosmic significance. "Lord of Lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages," they began, their voices blending in celestial harmony. "Your throne of glory endures throughout all generations. Your name is holy, glorious unto all eternity. You have created all things, and power over all creation rests in your hands. Nothing is hidden from your sight. You perceive all things in their fullness." The archangels then laid bare the transgressions of the Watchers, recounting the havoc wrought upon the earth by their actions. "Behold, O Lord, what Azazel has done," they declared. "He has taught unrighteousness on the earth and revealed the eternal secrets that were meant to be preserved in heaven. Samlazaz, who is given authority to lead, has led his associates into rebellion. They have defiled themselves with the daughters of men, revealing to them all manner of sins and forbidden knowledge." As the archangels spoke, the very heavens seemed to tremble with the weight of the accusations. They continued, describing the plight of humanity and the corruption that had taken root in the world below. "The souls of the dead cry out, making their pleas at the gates of heaven. Their lamentations ascend ceaselessly because of the lawless deeds wrought upon the earth." Having laid out the grievances before the throne of the Most High, the archangels concluded their address with a plea for guidance. "You, who know all things before they come to pass, have witnessed these events and permitted them to unfold. Yet, you have not instructed us on how we are to address this great transgression. What would you have us do in the face of such cosmic rebellion?" A profound silence fell over the celestial court as the archangels awaited the response of the Eternal One. Then, with a voice that seemed to resonate through the very fabric of creation, the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spoke. First, the Lord turned his attention to the impending judgment that would befall the earth. He dispatched Uriel to Noah, the son of Lamech, with urgent instructions, "Go to Noah and tell him in my name, conceal thyself. Reveal to him that the end approaches, that a great deluge will soon engulf the whole earth. Instruct him so that he may escape and his seed may be preserved for all generations to come." Next, the Lord addressed the matter of the fallen Watchers and their leader, Azazel. To Raphael he commanded, "Bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness. Make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudale, and cast him therein. Place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness. Let him abide there forever, his face covered so that he may not see light, and on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire." The Lord continued, charging Raphael with a mission of healing and restoration. "Heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth. Announce that I will restore it, so that not all the children of men shall perish through the mystery of all the things which the watchers have spoken and taught their sons. The whole earth has been corrupted through the works taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. Turning his attention to Gabriel, the Lord issued another decree: proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication. Destroy the children of the watchers from amongst men. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. The Lord's final command was directed to Michael. Go, bind Samlazaz and his associates who have united themselves with women and defiled themselves. When their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of their judgment and of their consummation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. With these divine decrees issued, the stage was set for a great reckoning. But there was one more task to be fulfilled, one that would fall to a mortal man who had found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Enoch, who had walked in righteousness and found grace in the sight of God, was chosen for a unique and perilous mission. The watchers, in their desperation, called upon Enoch to intercede on their behalf. Enoch, scribe of righteousness, they pleaded, go, declare to the watchers of heaven who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women. Enoch, though a mortal man, was entrusted with a divine mandate. He was to deliver a message of judgment to the fallen watchers, to declare the consequences of their actions and the fate that awaited them. It was a task that would require great courage and unwavering faith, for Enoch would stand as a mortal messenger before beings of celestial power. And so, with the weight of heaven's judgment upon his shoulders, Enoch prepared to embark on a journey that would take him to the very threshold between the mortal and divine realms. His mission would not only shape the fate of the watchers, but would also unveil to him the deepest mysteries of creation and the divine plan for all existence. Enoch, chosen by the divine to bear witness to the mysteries of creation, found himself embarking on a journey beyond mortal comprehension. Guided by celestial beings, he traversed realms that no earthly eye had ever beheld, each step revealing new wonders and profound truths about the nature of existence. The journey began as Enoch was lifted from the earthly plane, his mortal form transcending the boundaries of flesh. He approached a wall built of crystals, surrounded by tongues of fire that both awed and frightened him. As he drew near, he entered into the flames, feeling not the searing heat of earthly fire, but a purifying warmth that seemed to cleanse his very soul. Beyond the wall of fire, Enoch beheld a great house built of crystal. Its walls shimmered like a tessellated floor of frost, and its foundation was of pure crystal. The ceiling above was a marvel to behold, resembling the paths of the stars and flashing with celestial lightning. Between these cosmic displays, Enoch saw fiery cherubim, their forms both terrifying and beautiful. As he entered this crystal house, Enoch was struck by its paradoxical nature. It was simultaneously as hot as fire and as cold as ice, a place where opposites coexisted in perfect harmony. In this realm beyond mortal understanding, the delights of earthly life held no sway. Enoch found himself overcome with reverential fear, trembling as he fell upon his face in awe of the divine mysteries surrounding him. But this was merely the beginning of Enoch's celestial odyssey. A vision of a second house appeared before him, even greater and more magnificent than the first. Its portal stood open, inviting Enoch to witness even greater marvels. This house was built entirely of flames of fire, its splendor surpassing anything Enoch had ever imagined. The floor beneath his feet was living fire, and above him, lightning and stars continued their cosmic dance. The ceiling itself was a canopy of flaming fire, a testament to the awesome power of creation. At the center of this fiery domain stood a lofty throne, its appearance like crystal, with wheels that shone like the radiant sun. From beneath this majestic throne flowed streams of flaming fire, so intense that Enoch could scarcely bear to look upon them. And there, seated upon the throne in all his glory, was the great Glory himself, his raiment shining more brightly than the sun and whiter than any snow. The presence of the divine was so overwhelming that none of the angels could enter to behold his face. The magnificence and glory were beyond comprehension, and Enoch understood that no flesh could endure in his presence. A great fire stood before the throne, and 10,000 times 10,000 celestial beings attended to the Almighty, yet he needed no counsel. Trembling and prostrate, Enoch heard the Lord call to him with his own voice, "Come here, Enoch, and hear my word." One of the holy ones approached Enoch, rousing him and guiding him to the door of this celestial palace. With face bowed low, Enoch listened as the divine voice spoke again. "Fear not, Enoch, righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach and hear my voice. Go and say to the watchers of heaven who have sent you to intercede for them. You should intercede for men and not men for you." The Lord continued, questioning the actions of the watchers. "Why have you left the high, holy, and eternal heaven? Why have you defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, taking wives and begetting giant sons? Though you were holy, spiritual beings living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women and begotten children with the blood of flesh." The divine voice explained the natural order that had been disrupted. "I gave men wives so that they might have children and continue their generations on earth. But you, the spiritual ones of heaven, have forsaken your lofty station. You shall have no peace nor forgiveness for your sins." Enoch, having received this divine message, was then guided by the angels to witness the fate of the fallen watchers and the cosmic order they had disrupted. He was shown a place of chaos, devoid of the firmament of heaven above or the firmly founded earth below. It was a desolate and horrible place where 7 stars like great burning mountains were bound. Upon inquiring about this sight, Enoch was told by Uriel, "This place is the end of heaven and earth, a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. These stars, which roll over the fire, are those which transgress the commandment of the Lord at the beginning of their rising. They did not come forth at their appointed times, and in his wrath he bound them here until the time when their guilt is consummated." Enoch's journey continued as he was led to another location, even more terrifying than the last. Here he saw a great fire burning and flaming, the place cleft to the abyss. Great descending columns of fire filled this chasm, its extent and magnitude beyond measure. Uriel explained, "This is the prison of the fallen angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever." The revelations continued as Enoch was shown the realms where the souls of the dead awaited judgment. He saw 4 hollow places, deep, wide, and very smooth. Raphael explained their purpose. "These hollow places have been created so that the spirits of the souls of the dead should assemble here. They are appointed as their habitation until the day of their judgment, and the period appointed, till the great judgment comes upon them." Enoch witnessed a division among these hollow places. One was bright and contained a fountain of water, reserved for the spirits of the righteous. Another was for sinners who died without facing judgment in their lifetime, their spirits destined for great pain until the final day of judgment. A third was for those who make their suit, bearing witness against their slayers and evil companions. The fourth was for the spirits of the wicked, who, though sinners, would not face destruction on the day of judgment, but neither would they be raised from that place. As his journey neared its end, Enoch was granted visions of the extremities of the earth. He saw the treasuries of all the winds, the cornerstone of the earth, and the 4 winds which bear the earth and the firmament of heaven. He witnessed how these winds stretched the vaults of heaven and served as pillars between earth and sky. At the ends of the earth, Enoch beheld great and glorious devices. He saw the gates of heaven opening into heaven in every direction, allowing for the entrance and exit of the stars of heaven. He counted these gates, noting their positions for each of the cardinal directions. Enoch's final visions took him to the west, where he saw 3 open portals of heaven, similar to those he had seen in the east. Through these western gates, the stars of heaven set in their prescribed order. In the south, he observed 3 more portals, through which blew the dew, rain, and wind. And in the north, he saw 3 gates through which came forth north winds, bringing cold, frost, snow, dew, and rain. As his extraordinary journey came to a close, Enoch found himself overwhelmed by the vastness and intricacy of creation. He had witnessed the mechanisms of the cosmos, the realms of divine judgment, and the fate of both the righteous and the wicked. His mortal mind, expanded by these celestial revelations, struggled to contain the immensity of what he had seen. Returning to the earthly realm, Enoch was forever changed. He had been granted knowledge that transcended mortal understanding, insights into the very fabric of creation and the divine plan for all existence. The weight of this knowledge and the responsibility it entailed would shape the remainder of his earthly days and echo through the annals of human history. Enoch's journey through the celestial realms serves as a testament to the mysteries that lie beyond mortal perception. It reminds us of the vastness of creation and the intricate order that governs the cosmos. Through Enoch's eyes, we glimpse a reality far greater than our earthly existence, a realm where divine justice and cosmic harmony reign supreme. As Enoch prepared to share his revelations with humanity, he knew that his words would challenge the understanding of his fellow mortals. Yet, he was compelled to bear witness to the wonders he had seen, to share the divine wisdom that had been entrusted to him. His account would serve as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, offering glimpses of celestial truths to those who would hear them. And so, with the memories of his cosmic journey etched indelibly in his mind, Enoch turned his gaze back to the world of men. He carried with him the weight of divine knowledge, the responsibility of a cosmic messenger, and the profound understanding that the affairs of earth were but a small part of a greater, more magnificent design. As Enoch's extraordinary journey through the celestial realms drew to a close, he was granted visions of events yet to come. These revelations, both terrifying and awe-inspiring, would shape the destiny of humanity and the cosmos itself. With his mortal mind expanded by divine insight, Enoch bore witness to the unfolding of cosmic justice and the ultimate fate of both the righteous and the wicked. The vision began with a proclamation that shook the very foundations of creation. Behold, the Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even Mount Sinai. Enoch saw the Almighty descending from the heaven of heavens, his divine presence filling all of creation with unimaginable power and glory. As the vision unfolded, Enoch witnessed the cosmic upheaval that would accompany this divine visitation. All shall be smitten with fear, he foresaw, and the watchers shall quake. The very fabric of creation trembled at the approach of its maker, the mountains shaking and the high hills made low, melting like wax before a flame. The earth itself would be rent asunder, swallowing up all that dwelled upon it. No corner of creation would be spared from this divine judgment, as all that existed came under the scrutiny of the Eternal One. Enoch understood that this was to be the great day of reckoning, the culmination of all history and the fulfillment of divine justice. Yet, amidst this cosmic cataclysm, Enoch saw a glimmer of hope for the righteous. With the righteous, he will make peace. The vision revealed. Those who had walked in the ways of righteousness would find protection and favor in the eyes of the divine. The elect would be preserved, and mercy would be upon them. They would belong to God, prospering under his care and basking in the light of his presence. But for the wicked, a far different fate awaited. Enoch saw the Lord coming with 10,000s of his holy ones, descending to execute judgment upon all. The ungodly would be destroyed, their deeds of unrighteousness laid bare before the divine tribunal. Every harsh word spoken against the Almighty would be brought to account, every act of rebellion judged in the light of eternal truth. As the vision continued, Enoch was shown the fate of the fallen watchers and their offspring. He saw them bound and cast into a great abyss, a place of fiery torment where they would be confined for eternity. The judgment upon these celestial rebels would be severe, their punishment a testament to the cosmic order they had disrupted. Enoch's gaze was then drawn to a sight of indescribable beauty and significance. He beheld the tree of life, its magnificence beyond mortal comprehension. This was no ordinary tree, but a living embodiment of divine wisdom and eternal life. Its leaves were of unparalleled beauty, its fruit of such splendor that Enoch could scarcely look upon it. The angel guiding Enoch explained the significance of this wondrous tree. "This is the tree of wisdom," he said, "from which your ancient parents ate and learned wisdom. Their eyes were opened, and they knew they were naked. They were driven from the garden because of their transgression." Enoch understood that this tree represented both the source of humanity's fall and the promise of ultimate redemption. Near the tree of life, Enoch saw a great mountain, its summit reaching to the very heavens. This, he learned, was the throne of God, the place where the Holy and Great One, the Lord of Glory, would sit when he came to visit the earth in goodness. The mountain was surrounded by fragrant trees, their aroma sweeter than any earthly scent. Among these trees was one of particular significance, its fragrance surpassing all others. The angel explained, "No mortal is permitted to touch this tree until the great judgment. Its fruit shall be food for the elect, and it shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King." Enoch was shown visions of the future state of the righteous, a time of unparalleled joy and peace. "They shall rejoice with joy and be glad," he foresaw. "They shall enter into the holy place, and its fragrance shall be in their bones. They shall live long lives on earth, free from sorrow, plague, torment, and calamity." But the visions were not only of heavenly realms and divine judgment. Enoch was also granted insight into the future of the earthly realm. He saw a time when the earth would be cleansed of all oppression, unrighteousness, sin, and godlessness. All uncleanness would be banished, and the children of men would become righteous. In this purified world, Enoch saw that all nations would offer adoration and praise to the divine. The earth, once corrupted by the deeds of the fallen watchers and the sins of humanity, would be cleansed from all defilement. Never again would such afflictions be sent upon it from generation to generation and forevermore. The vision culminated in a breathtaking display of divine benevolence. Enoch saw the Lord opening the storehouses of blessing in heaven, pouring them down upon the earth in abundance. Truth and peace would flourish throughout all the days of the world and all generations of humanity. As the grand tapestry of future events unfolded before him, Enoch understood that these revelations were not meant solely for his time. "I speak these words of blessing," he realized, "not for this generation, but for those yet to come, who will stand firm in the days of tribulation." Enoch saw that in the future, books of his testimony would be given to the righteous and the wise. These writings would be a source of joy, uprightness, and much wisdom. Those who read them would not go astray, but would walk in paths of righteousness, their lives a testament to the divine truths revealed through Enoch's visions. The revelations granted to Enoch painted a picture of cosmic justice, divine mercy, and the ultimate triumph of righteousness. They offered hope to the faithful, warning to the wayward, and a glimpse into the grand design of creation that spanned both time and eternity. As the visions faded, and Enoch found himself once again in the realm of mortals, he was forever changed. The weight of future knowledge rested upon his shoulders, a sacred trust to be preserved and passed down through generations. He understood that his experiences and revelations would serve as a beacon of hope and a call to righteousness for ages to come. Enoch's journey through time and eternity, his glimpses of divine judgment and cosmic renewal, would echo through the corridors of human history. His testimony would stand as a bridge between the seen and the unseen, the temporal and the eternal, offering to all who would hear it a vision of a future where divine justice and mercy would ultimately prevail. And so, with the memories of heavenly realms still vivid in his mind and the knowledge of future events etched upon his heart, Enoch prepared to share his revelations with a world that desperately needed to hear them. His words would challenge, inspire, and transform, pointing always toward the ultimate reality that lay beyond the veil of mortal existence. Having witnessed the wonders of the celestial realms and been granted visions of the future, Enoch returned to the world of mortals with a profound message. His words, shaped by divine wisdom and cosmic understanding, carried the weight of eternal truth. With urgency and compassion, Enoch set out to share his insights, offering both counsel and warning to a humanity largely unaware of the greater realities that surrounded them. Enoch began by urging his listeners to observe the wonders of the natural world, for in them lay testament to the divine order that governed all of creation. "Look to the heavens," he implored, his voice resonating with the authority of one who had glimpsed celestial mysteries. "Observe how the heavenly bodies do not alter their orbits. The luminaries in the sky rise and set, each in its appointed time, never straying from their designated paths. He directed their attention to the steadfastness of the earth itself, a reflection of the immutable laws set in place by the Creator. "Behold the earth," Enoch continued, "and understand how from the beginning to the end, all things upon it remain unchanged. This is a demonstration of the works of God, a testament to His enduring design." Enoch spoke of the cycles of nature, the rhythms that governed the seasons and sustained life. "See how the earth is filled with water," he explained, "and how the clouds, dew, and rain nourish it through summer and winter alike. In these patterns, you can discern the hand of the divine, the careful balance that maintains all life." Turning to the changing seasons, Enoch drew attention to the wisdom embedded in the natural world. "In winter," he said, "observe how the trees appear to wither and shed their leaves. Yet there are 14 trees that do not lose their foliage, retaining their green dress for 2 to 3 years until new leaves emerge. In this, see the diversity of God's creation and the special purposes He has assigned to each part of it." Enoch then spoke of the summer season, using it as a metaphor for divine judgment. "In the days of summer," he warned, "the sun stands directly over the earth, making you seek shade and shelter from its heat. The earth and rocks burn with its growing warmth. This is but a pale reflection of the heat of divine judgment that awaits those who turn from righteousness." Drawing on his celestial experiences, Enoch contrasted the constancy of the natural world with the fickleness of human behavior. "The seas and the rivers accomplish their appointed tasks," he observed, "never deviating from the duties assigned to them by the Almighty. Yet you, children of men, have not remained steadfast. You have not kept the commandments of the Lord, but have turned away, speaking proud and harsh words against His majesty." Enoch's tone grew more urgent, as he delivered a stern warning to those who persisted in unrighteousness. "O hard-hearted ones," he declared, "you shall find no peace. Your days shall be cursed, and the years of your life shall perish. Destruction shall multiply upon you, and you shall find no mercy." Yet, even in his warnings, Enoch offered hope to those who would turn from wickedness and embrace righteousness. "But for the righteous," he promised, "there shall be light and joy and peace. They shall inherit the earth. Wisdom shall be bestowed upon them, and they shall live without sin, whether through ungodliness or pride." Enoch painted a vivid picture of the blessings that awaited the righteous. "The wise shall be humble," he said, "and they shall not again transgress. Neither shall they sin all the days of their life. They shall not die of anger or wrath, but shall complete the number of their days. Their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace, all the days of their life." Drawing on his visions of the future, Enoch spoke of a time when the earth would be cleansed and renewed. "The whole earth shall be tilled in righteousness," he prophesied, "and shall be planted with trees and be full of blessing. All desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. The vine which they plant thereon shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil." Enoch's words carried the dual weight of promise and warning. To those who would heed his message and walk in righteousness, he offered a vision of peace and abundance. But to those who persisted in wickedness, he foresaw a future of judgment and sorrow. As he concluded his counsel, Enoch reminded his listeners of the transient nature of earthly life and the eternal consequences of their choices. "Your days upon this earth are numbered," he said, "but the decisions you make echo through eternity. Choose wisely, for the path you walk in this life determines your destination in the life to come." Enoch's final words were a call to reverence and obedience. "Fear the Almighty," he urged, "and walk in His ways. For He sees all things, knows all things, and will bring all things to judgment. Let your lives be a testament to His glory, and may your deeds reflect the divine wisdom that governs all creation." With these words, Enoch completed his counsel, having shared the insights granted to him through his celestial journey and divine visions. His message, a tapestry woven from threads of warning and hope, challenge and encouragement, would resonate through the ages. It stood as a beacon for those seeking righteousness and a sobering reminder of the cosmic stakes attached to every human choice. As Enoch's words spread among the people, they carried with them the weight of divine authority and the urgency of eternal truth. For those with ears to hear and hearts to understand, his message offered a glimpse into the greater realities that lay beyond the veil of mortal existence, inviting all to align their lives with the cosmic order established by the Creator of all things. As we conclude this extraordinary journey through the Book of Enoch, we invite you to take a moment to reflect on the profound wisdom and cosmic revelations we've explored together. Enoch's tale, filled with celestial wonders and divine insights, offers us a unique perspective on our place in the grand tapestry of creation. We'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings about this ancient narrative. How has Enoch's journey resonated with you? What aspects of his visions and counsel have struck a chord in your own life? Your insights and reflections are invaluable to our community of seekers and storytellers. If you found value in this exploration of ancient wisdom, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll ensure that you don't miss out on future journeys into the depths of human spirituality and cosmic understanding. Our upcoming content promises to delve into more fascinating stories from various spiritual traditions, offering fresh perspectives on age-old questions. Remember, each subscription is more than just a click. It's a vote of support for the continuation of these meaningful discussions. It helps us reach more people with these timeless messages of wisdom and spiritual insight. Moreover, by joining our community, you'll have the opportunity to engage with like-minded individuals who share your curiosity about the mysteries of existence. Together, we can explore the profound questions that have captivated humanity for millennia. Thank you for accompanying us on this cosmic odyssey through the Book of Enoch. We look forward to embarking on many more journeys of discovery with you. Until next time, may you walk in wisdom and find peace in the vastness of creation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us. See you in our next adventure through the realms of ancient wisdom.